In class we discussed surface area, which is the sum of the areas of all of the faces, and we talked about rectangular prisms or boxes. And so there's this really long formula that goes along with surface area, and it's 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Now it's really not necessary to memorize this whole formula because if you look, we've got length used twice, and width used twice, and height used twice. And so you're combining length and width with length and height with width and height, or you're using each dimension 2 times in different combinations. So you really don't need to put the time into memorizing that entire formula as long as you make sure you've used each side twice in different combinations. So we'll call the length of this box 3, and the width of this box 4, and then the height of this box 12. So let's go ahead and fill in our formula. So we've got 2 times 3 times 4 plus 2 times 3 times 12 plus 2 times 4 times 12. And 2 times 3 times 4 gives us 24. 2 times 3 times 12 gives us 72. And then 2 times 4 times 12, 96. And I forgot to put our units in here, so each one of those was centimeters. And so for each section, we're multiplying a centimeter times a centimeter, which is centimeters squared. So our answer will be in square centimeters or centimeters squared units. And now we're going to add these 3 together. So 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 4 is 12. And we carry the 1. 16, 18, 19. So 192 centimeters squared is the surface area of this box, or the sum of the area of all of the faces. Now sometimes you'll see a question that tells you you don't need a certain part of your box. So let's say we're going to fill this box with something, but we're not really going to count the top as part of the surface area. So there is no top right now. And then it'll ask you to find the surface area of that box or that prism minus a portion of it. So subtract the top. So in this case, we've already figured out the surface area of the entire box. And if you look at what the dimensions of the top would be, the top and the bottom are the same. So that means that the width of the top is going to be 4 and the length of the top is going to be 3. And so instead of saying 2 times 3 times 4 as part of the surface area, we don't need to multiply it by 2. That's where that times 2 comes from. It's the top and the bottom. So we can actually just get rid of that 2. And now instead of 24, we've got 12. So instead of 192 for our surface area, if we're not using the top, our surface area would be 180 centimeters squared.